You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room, and even though everyone's smiling, something just feels off. That gut feeling? That's your somatic intelligence. It's this incredibly powerful communication happening all the time, way beyond words. And in this explainer, we are going to dive deep into how you can start tuning in.
This quote just nails it. The whole idea here is that words can be a performance. We can choose them, edit them, even use them to hide what's really going on. But our bodies, they are broadcasting the raw, honest truth. They are the original lie detectors.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you go from having a vague hunch to getting a clear, useful insight? Well, it's about learning to shift your focus from what you hear to what you can actually feel. And believe it or not, there's a system for that. All right, let's get into the practical stuff. We're going to start with a technique for reading pretty much any situation. It's called the 3-second truth system, and it's designed to grab the unfiltered reality of a moment before your own brain starts overthinking and talking you out of what you felt. Okay, so here's how it works. Step 1 is all about that first hit. The second you walk into a room, what's the one word that pops into your head? Is it heavy? Excited? That's your snapshot. Then, step 2, as you're talking to someone, you turn your attention inward. What is your own body doing? And step 3, and this is absolutely crucial, you don't just take that feeling as fact. You check your work. Later on, you ask a subtle question to see if your read was actually on the money. So, you're starting to notice those sensations from step 2. But what do they actually mean? Well, think of it like learning a brand new language. Your body is sending you these very specific signals, and each one can be translated. This is where it gets really interesting. This isn't just guesswork. It's a guide to turning those feelings into real intelligence. The idea is that your body basically acts like a tuning fork. So when you suddenly feel your throat get tight, you might be resonating with something someone else isn't saying. That weird heat in your left shoulder, it could be their hidden anger. It's you picking up on their unspoken emotional frequency. So how do you actually get better at this? Well, this isn't some magic power you're just born with. It's a muscle, and just like any other muscle, you gotta train it consistently to make it strong and reliable. So let's talk about the drills. Okay, the main workout for this muscle is called blindfolded reading. And the whole point is to shut off your most dominant and sometimes most deceiving sense, your sight. By getting rid of the visual stuff, you crank up the volume on your ability to pick up that somatic echo, the physical feelings your body gets in response to someone else's state. And it starts this simply. You're on a phone call, so there are no visual cues anyway, and you just close your eyes. That one little move tells your brain to stop looking for information and start feeling for it. Now you start tracking. While they're talking, what's going on inside you? Really pay attention. When did you feel that little bit of pressure in your chest? What were they talking about when your stomach did a little flip? You're basically becoming a detective of your own internal world, just taking notes. And here it is, the secret sauce. This is how you know you're not just making things up. After the call, you circle back. You can say something casual like, hey, when we were talking about that deadline, it felt like maybe there was something else on your mind. What weren't you saying? Then you take what they tell you and see if it lines up with what you felt. This is how you calibrate your internal compass. Now, that blindfolded reading is an amazing drill, but it's like going to the gym. The real goal is to weave this awareness into the fabric of your whole day so it just becomes part of how you operate, automatically. And this is exactly how you make it a daily discipline. The Field Commander's Daily Protocol is a whole system of small habits. For instance, in meetings, the idea is to enter last. This lets you ground yourself or anchor your field and then get that quick 3-second read of the room's energy. In a crisis, you've got a tool. You literally whisper to yourself, their static is not my broadcast, while you breathe to keep their chaos from becoming your chaos. And at night, a field-clearing exit, like literally brushing down your torso, is a way to release any lingering energy you've picked up from other people. It's a system for the whole day. And look, this isn't just a cool party trick. The source is pretty blunt about the fact that ignoring this practice has real consequences. Without it, your ego can get out of control, you pick up all this emotional static from everyone else, and your judgment gets seriously clouded. And from there, it says, the fall is steep. So this brings us to what this is all really about. You might start this journey looking for an edge, a way to understand power, but true mastery of this skill leads you somewhere completely different. It leads you to humility. You see, the path is a total transformation. You start out as the warrior, always looking for power, always reacting to the noise from other people, but you evolve into the sage, who approaches the world with humility and just focuses on maintaining their own clear signal.
You go from being fragile, getting knocked off balance by everyone else's energy, to becoming anti-fragile. You can handle the chaos and even get stronger from it.
And that's the great paradox here. The more you learn to really read other people, the less you're actually controlled by them. The better you get at understanding the hidden currents in a room, the calmer you become inside. Humility isn't weakness. It ends up being your greatest strength, your ultimate armor.
So really, the big takeaway isn't about learning to read people's minds. It's about learning to finally listen to the incredible wisdom of your own body. It is constantly broadcasting the truth to you. The only question left is, are you tuned in?